etapa disputada por los siguientes equipos: Holanda, Inglaterra, Alemania, Corea, Nueva Zelanda, Australia, China y Argentina. A continuación se disputará el siguiente partido: Nueva Zelanda versus Corea.
Good morning from Tuckerman. The first game of the day is New Zealand versus Korea. We're in the bottom half of the draw now, both sides having lost their quarter-finals in these Hockey World League finals. Nice day for it. Not too muggy or unpleasant out there this morning for this match. Both sides gingerly walking out to the centre of the pitch for the national anthems. Black sticks away to the right-hand side in the all-black kit, and Korea away to our left in the all-red. Team lineups on the way very shortly. New Zealand having lost their quarter-final to the Netherlands by a 1-0. Korea losing theirs to the hosts Argentina by 3-1. So the highest that both sides can finish is 5th. But they have to win this game here today. National anthems, then all the action on the way shortly.
continuación se entonarán las estrofas del himno nacional de Corea.
Day 5 about to get underway then. Korea versus New Zealand, the first game of the day. As Korea meet New Zealand and the umpires. The top 8 sides all in action here in Tucumán, Argentina. And here's how New Zealand line up, with Sharland and Rutherford there at the top of the screen. Forgerson, Merry, Webster, Charlton, Thompson, Blackwood, Dennison, Flynn and Punt, all making up the starting 11. Mark Hager, the coach, has a strong bench to draw on as well. New Zealand ranked 4th, but haven't won a game in this tournament as yet. Played 4, lost 4. Korea, just the 1 point for them in the group stages, with a draw against Germany. And Lee starts in goal with Cho, Cha, Han, Park, Kim, An, Oh, Lee and Cheon making up the starting 11. Suspension for Sung A Park after an offence was reviewed from the Argentina game, the quarter-final stage. She was suspended, 1 game suspension for her and Noel Barrenuevo of Argentina. Umpires just doing their final checks, making sure that all 11 players from both sides are on the pitch. Annelies Rostron of South Africa and Vanneke Alkemade of the Netherlands. Seem in good spirits. New Zealand to get us underway then. 5th day of play here in Tucumán, Argentina, and both sides looking to finish as high as they can now. World ranking points up for grabs, of course. World Cup to look forward to next year in The Hague. Both these sides will be there and take some valuable match experience from this, as well as those world ranking points. New Zealand ranked 4th, Korea ranked 8th currently in the world standings, and New Zealand come forward with the first attack along the baseline, and a good save from Lee. New Zealand coming close early on, there was a little foot there as well, so they get the first penalty corner of the day. Alongside me in the commentary box is Nikki Simmons. A good start for New Zealand.
Great start for New Zealand, really showing intent there. As you said already, they don't want to go into the bottom 2, so they really want to play their best game today.
Here's another look back at the replay there. Sharland just popped it onto her foot just before that second tackle. She'd already popped it onto the defender's foot. Just drags it back there onto Hahn's foot. And they have their first penalty corner of the day. Charlton at the injection spot. And it's Punt over the ball, bobbles up off Forgerson's stick. Slip to Sharland, goes onto the reverse stick, shot comes in and charged down by O.
I'm surprised to seeing teams persisting on that sweep. It hasn't been working at all this tournament, but they keep going.
Route 1 ball, danger here for New Zealand. Good cover tackle from Blackwood to break down that play. Charlton's back now. Korea come forward again, it'll be a long corner. Dangerous times. Dare Kim with a bit of space there, but Blackwood putting in some good defensive work. Charlton now. Well, end-to-end stuff inside the first couple of minutes.
Yeah, typical Korea attack there, just route 1 ball. They have 2 players up high.
Can't get past Punt, who tries to come away with it, but has it nabbed off her again by Kim. Here's a chance to open the scoring. Good save from Rutherford. Full stretch to her left-hand side as Hahn tried to tuck it under the body. Onto the baseline again, into the D. Korea looking to open the scoring here. Rutherford comes again and palms it as far as Charland, who releases Webster. Forgerson on her outside. Good crossfield ball into the middle for Charland, who opens it all up, and here's Charlton now. Flynn and Merry ahead of her. Opts to go reverse stick, comes in high. And that'll be Korea ball. Good tempo to the early stages. Let's have a look first of all at the New Zealand chance. Wasn't trapped by Forgerson at the head of the D. Reverse stick shot as well. Seemed to be dangerous. Looked like it came up off a deflected stick there. Here was Korea's chance up the other end. Kim getting her eyes up. Just bobbling one over. Rutherford at full stretch to palm it away.
Again, for me, New Zealand have been good going forward in the games, but their defence is a little bit, it's not as good as I don't think it should be. They leave players on the back post, you saw there in the video, and particularly against Korea, they're going to have to be careful of that one.
Yeah, Korea, one of the strongest counter-attacking sides in the top 8. Good defence from Liz Thompson. Blackwood now through to Webster. Good defending there from Cho, who was outstretched on the reverse stick. Forgerson now thinks about crossing it. Comes out through Thompson, back through Dennison. This is more like it from New Zealand, who haven't had a good tournament so far. Deflected ball comes loose. Charland able again to pick it up on the head of the D. Reverse stick shot comes in again, and once again it's blocked. Final touch coming off a New Zealand stick. It'll be a restart at the head of the D.
You can see New Zealand really going for this from the start. They've pushed Charlotte up quite high already. She's been in the circle a few times, and no better woman to be in there to win corners and to get shots off.
Well, she was nominated for the FIH Player of the Year last year in 2012. Here's Kim, good turn of pace, waiting for some support on that far post. Cho's there if she chooses to cross the ball, can't get it in though. Dennison away with it. Here's Flynn. Infield to Webster, with Punt and Cox ahead of her. Good strength from Punt. Earns the free. And here she goes again. Well, took it the 5 meters that it needed to travel. Was the initial break. Ball coming up into her face there. Fiery character, Anita Punt. Scored against Argentina. New Zealand have only scored 2 goals in the tournament so far. Conceded 10. Can Korea find a way through? Floated ball into the D, pulled back. And Dennison to Charland. Good strength. Here's Reed. Forced the tackle, brought down. It's going to be a stroke. And not only that, there's a card there for Sun Sun Ho. And for New Zealand, a penalty stroke, and this is why.
Yeah, it's an awful tackle. I wouldn't have been surprised at a corner, but a stroke, yeah, perhaps. I think she's a real last-ditch tackle, and she had her shoulder or her elbow on her as well. Just took her out completely.
Well, these guys think it's a penalty corner.
20 seconds is over for the referral.
Penalty stroke for New Zealand.
Now the players realising that the stroke's been awarded. Charlotte goes to collect the ball and will be the stroke taker. Lee in goal. Charlotte getting that ball as close to the front of the P spot as she can.
Ready? Ready?
Charlotte to put New Zealand ahead then, and she does with the perfect flick. New Zealand lead through Kayla Charland after Cass Reed was fouled. This was the result. Good flick.
Yeah, great flick into the corner, nice and low. It's very difficult for the goalkeeper to stop.
Nothing Lee could do about that. Well taken flick.
Great power behind it. Yeah, I'm not surprised there was a stroke there. I think I've seen them given for less against myself as well, so yeah, it was a pretty heavy tackle.
New Zealand now brimming with confidence, come forward again through Charland, earns the free hit. Gives it to Hayward, Hayward goal bound. Cox there looking for the deflection, now Flynn. Scrappy defending this from Korea. There's the green card for Sun Sun-oh. Lucky just to get a green there, really. Just a 2-minute suspension for that foul. Korea then down to 10 players.
I think it's bad enough for card, but then obviously they scored, so she'll be feeling pretty bad there, and it could be the result that will have Korea in the bottom two.
And that's what these two sides are playing for. Either a 5th, 6th place classification match or the 7th, 8th bottom of the table clash. Also down in the bottom end of things, China and Germany, who play directly after this. Can't carry the tackle, and this is Cox now over the 23, looking for Webster outside of her. Chion. Cho peels strong, has Chion ahead of her. Dennison there in defence for New Zealand. Here come New Zealand again then on the counter-attack with Webster. This is Cass Reed who earned the P stroke. Can't get into the D this time, and Lee comes away with it. Slap forward by Cha. Again, another interception by Dennison. Crossfield ball is cut out too. 2-on-2 at the back. Ball just onto the foot there from Cho. Another green card. Who's that for?
Green card for New Zealand, number 28.
Bridget Blackwood. New Zealand down to 10 players then.
I think it was for hitting the ball away.
Straight into the D now, looking for a deflection. Dennison again with a touch. Forgerson now. Hasn't got much ahead of her, so just tries to stall things by coming in field. Good skills. Punt. Charlton now to Cox. Cox looking to cross one in, finds Webster. Good build-up from New Zealand. Hayward with the restart, trying to get into the D and trying to get another goal on the board. New Zealand who are ahead through a penalty stroke, and Kayla Charland. There's another chance for Reed. This time the defender getting the better of her Cha, winning that encounter. 25 minutes remaining in the first half, 10 minutes gone. Bit of skill. Forgerson wins the free hit. Now crosses in, comes in high, takes a deflection. Cox watched it well.
And New Zealand here happy to let Korea have the ball a little bit at the back. About a three-quarter press, but I think they're holding the inside because Korea tend to like to cut inside when they get out to their wide backs.
There's Park trying to get through, can't get past Dennison again. And Blackwood back on, so New Zealand back up to full strength. Dennison again cuts out. Korea fighting for possession back. Clipped away for a long corner. It's got a good tempo to this game. Korea looking to get back into it. Need to get an equaliser. They're down the right end. And Korea giving up possession. Maintaining a high press though, and a good charge down from Cheon, but I don't think she was 5. Cheon is still complaining about something back there. I think she wore that last aerial attempt as New Zealand tried to get out of their 23. He's fine now though. He shrugs it off. Ball goes to air. Punt gets a little touch. Good confidence this from Thompson.
Yeah, even the way Korea are set up, they don't like to go around the outside like many teams. And like New Zealand, they prefer to cut in and go diagonal. New Zealand just got to be aware of that.
Well, given away here, and a chance for Forgerson. Wins the free hit. Blackwood to punt and charged down by the defence. Comes out with Lee. Carries it all the way to the half line. Now looks wide. Good reverse stick pick. Reverse comes in and a deflection there at the head of the D from Kim wasn't really the best. Just trying to gather that one as Rutherford taps away the spare ball and Dennison gets us underway again. Oh, lovely turn from Park. Made room for herself there.
Lovely skills by Park there, just tucking the ball underneath her body. It's very difficult to defend that without giving away a corner or a free hit.
Forgerson skips 3 tackles and releases Thompson. Great ball into the midfield. Here's Charland again, good strength. Now Cox. This is Flynn. Beats a player into the D. New Zealand looking to make it 2. Gemma Flynn on the baseline. And Lee gets a stick to it.
Better defended by Korea, a lot more patient. They weren't diving in that time after the last.
Long corner. This is Kim, the captain. Hassle from Charlton, and now Flynn back as well. Just makes stick contact there and concedes the foul.
Yeah, I think there was one too many stick tackles there, and did well.
Here's another look at Gemma Flynn's run down the baseline, pulls it back, keeper gets a stick on it just there. Good angle to see that save from Lee.
Flynn did really well. Just her last pass, just didn't quite catch it. I think it would have been definitely a shot on target if it had got through to the forward.
Jin-Soo Han has a quick look at the clock. 20 minutes remaining in the first half. New Zealand 1, Korea 0. New Zealand going ahead through Kayla Charland after Cass Reed earned a penalty stroke. Charland with a perfect finish, just slotting it in the corner and leaving the Korean goalkeeper Lee with no chance. Dennison gives chase here with Park on her shoulder. Pretty sociable down there in the corner, isn't it?
Yeah, she's got to keep moving there though, and in danger of giving a free out, but she got away with that. If you stand still too long, you'll get a free against you. No.
Just the ball in the net of the goal. That's what the player's been stopped for. Just from that last shot. It's clear now, and we can get back underway. One touch from Forgerson takes it to punt. Good physical presence out there from Korea. Certainly not a side either of these teams have, or any of the teams in the competition have wanted to underestimate.
No, not at all. And they're always a physical team. Played them a few times, and very quick off the ball as well. Obviously on the ball, and really tough defenders.
Have to put some defending in here. New Zealand looking to go ahead. Yeah, 2 now. Super finish. That was Mary teaming up there with the ball in. Perfect finish. Served up on a plate. And it's 2-0 to New Zealand. Great run from Mary to pull out the space. And look at that for precision. Far post finish. Super stuff from New Zealand. New Zealand 2, Korea 0.
Yeah, like we've seen over the tournament, diving forward gives the goalkeeper no chance, or the defenders. Once they get a touch, there's no chance for the keeper.
So they're scoring on 7 minutes, now going 2 ahead on 17 through Petra Webster.
New Zealand can be much happier with this performance so far. I'm sure they can go up a couple more gears though. And yeah, I think they deserve to have a good game today.
Nothing too much to trouble Sally Rutherford in the New Zealand goal. Another steal from Forgerson. This is Webster. Forgerson looking for support, finds Thompson. Thompson now crunches one in, deflected away first time by Char. Mark Hager will be the happier of the two coaches, former Australian international, double Olympian himself. New Zealand, who finished 4th at the 2012 Olympic Games. Lost out to Great Britain, the hosts, in the bronze medal match there. Some extra strapping going on for Sul Ki Chon. New Zealand looking comfortable at 2-0. Long way still to go in this game. Nice for them to start scoring some goals in this tournament. They'd only scored 2 coming into this game. They've scored 2 in this game. Much more like it. Now this is where Korea are dangerous. Reverse stick ball was a couple of meters in front of Kim, who was the target, but again, Korea proving there where they are dangerous.
Yeah, absolutely. They're a counter-attacking team. They go at pace. They don't necessarily go with many numbers, but they just have that pace and the clinical passing that is working well for them this tournament.
Webster again. Hayward peeled out to Dennison. Jones just stopping there, thought she'd won it. New Zealand's turn to be on the back foot. Good skip tackle from Lee into the D. And some good defence. Blackwood, I think, with the final touch. interception here. This is Kim. Good step from Dennison. He'll push in the back there on Cox. Someone's getting a good spraying down there. Still looks like it's Chon. Sun just trying to break through the clouds here, 9:30 in the morning. If you're just joining us, wherever you're joining us, welcome along. New Zealand lead Korea by 2-0. Both sides trying to find a safe passage through to the classification stages of this tournament. 5th is the highest both these sides can finish now, having lost their quarter-final matches. Korea looking to get one back. Charlton with the tackle, but the final touch coming off a Korean stick. Thoughts on the tournament so far, Nikki? Enjoyed it?
Yeah, it's been great. Some really good hockey. Disappointed with some of the teams, but I think they're missing players, and yeah, it's all a bit different for this tournament.
Who in particular have you been disappointed with at this tournament?
I think with Germany, to be honest.
Yep.
But they are missing quite a few players. But again, they they managed to scrape through. So and then they almost caused an upset in the quarterfinals. Definitely had their best game.
Yeah, against Australia, and it went all the way to a shootout. Australia convincingly winning the shuttles, though. Here comes Charland, goal scorer today, and looking for New Zealand's second penalty corner of the day. They get it. So Germany-China is the next game of the day. Before that, though, New Zealand-Korea, and Korea using their video referral here. We'll see what the question is. Carol Metchett, our video umpire today.
Corea solicitó el video ref.
Can you look for a New Zealand foot in my circle?
So was there a New Zealand foot in the circle? Well, there was, but it was after the initial corner was given. Skill to beat the player there. Tackle goes in. I think she might have a point there.
I have a decision for you.
Korea have nailed this.
New Zealand foot before the Korean foot, so the 3 as Korea keeps their referral.
So Korea keeping their referral and winning the free. Did hit Kayla Charland's foot there before the Korean defender's foot. So good call from Korea.
Yeah, good use of their video referral. They haven't been extremely good at it. I don't think they're as used to it as everyone else. But that was a bit better for them. It was almost too late, but they got away with it.
Almost intercepted there by Reed. Set up the chance. And now Korea with a chance of their own. It's going to be a penalty corner. Their first of the game. Dangerous times now for New Zealand. Here's how the corner came about. Good strength there from Cheon to win the corner.
Yeah, she's used that skill again where she's kind of let the ball come across her and tried to tuck it under. I think I said earlier, it's very hard to defend, and you give away corners pretty easily.
Lee and Cha at the head of the D now for Korea. Korea who trail by 2-0. Come in and have a strike there. Forgerson clears. New Zealand defence quite happy to let Korea come in a couple of yards there before that shot from Lee. 11 minutes remaining in the first half. The ball is loose, keeper comes out and gets some pad on it. Cho now. Akasaroom in the midfield. Free hit outside the 23. Here's another look back at the first penalty corner of the day for Korea. See, she just walks it in some distance there before Charlton got some stick on it and Forgerson cleared it up.
Yeah, from looking at the tournament, I reckon New Zealand feel that Korea have a pretty good drag flick, which they do. So they maybe felt go 2-2, let the flick come in, let the keeper save it, and then go from there. But Korea were up to the challenge and decided to run and hit it instead.
Fairly comfortable ride so far for New Zealand in this first half. Goal hasn't looked under too much threat, but takes some calm defending there from Thompson. This punt goes airborne. This is Arn. Flynn tries to close it down. Arn looking for a foot there inside the D and got away from Dare Kim. The sun coming out from behind the storm clouds. We had some heavy rain yesterday and some localized storms. Starting to warm up again out there now. Raging temperatures in the week as New Zealand come down this right flank now. Poor first touch.
It's always difficult to receive those on the reverse on an angle. It's easier when it's coming straight at you, but when there's a bit of pace on it and it's on an angle, it's always a difficult one, and you have a defender really close to you as well.
Sure Webster will mind too much. He got the second goal for New Zealand. Having a good game out there, just one of those things, one of those small mistakes, but does mean Korea have possession back and they're trying hard to get one goal back as well. Struggling here to get through the Black Sticks defence. Again they try. Persistently coming down that right-hand flank, Korea. Now they knock one in. Deflection. And wrong side of the post.
Yeah, you can notice if you look closely, you can see that when they hit around 25, they love to cut in. They try not to go on the outside, and New Zealand are defending that very well. They've got the lines blocked off. Snuck through a couple of times, so they still want to be aware.
It's Dare Kim with the deflected effort. She's just come off for a short break now, and Cheon, who we saw getting her leg strapped, is back on. Good defending. First line of defence. Olivia Merry there at full stretch to break down the play on the Korean 23.
Yeah, you love to see that. You love to see our forwards working really hard, trying not to let them pass their line of defence. Just makes it easy for the rest of us.
Cho thinks about coming left, but why should she? She hasn't done all day. Surely Korea have to come. Yeah, they do now. Shin. On comes in field, but punts right in her face. Well, the intention was good there from Park. Peeled well, peeled strong. No one in there on the baseline though. 2.5 minutes to half-time then. New Zealand looking to finish the half strong. They've scored 2 goals, one through Kayla Sharland and the second through Petra Webster, as they go in search of a third. Stick tackle there on Cass Reed, who set up the first goal, forced the penalty stroke, which Sharland took. And Webster's effort, a deflected goal past Sin Hai Lee there in the Korean goal. This is Shin. Now Arm, back to Shin. Better from Korea, this is Park. Jab tackle comes in from King, wins the free hit, Hayward released. Sharland now, across the 23, and here's a chance, ball was loose, free hit again for New Zealand on the dotted line. Sharland looks to drop it off reverse stick, just caught it in the head of a stick. Dennison now to Neil. Reed scrapping for it and loses out. We're going to see a card here. I think it's for the Korean number 9. It's a yellow card for Han.
Number 9 yellow, hitting the ball away again.
So for hitting the ball away, we hear the umpire there confirming that. But at least 5 minutes in the sin bin for Hai Leong Han. That means Korea will finish the match with, or the first half at least, with 10 players. They'll also start the second half with 10.
Korea are also down a player already, so it's just making life difficult for themselves.
What have I done? Claire just pardoning herself. Blackwood then for New Zealand, into King. She's got Flynn ahead of her if she wants to. Drifting sideways, deflection comes in. Not Colban that time from Webster. On target with her first effort, and this was King. Carried it all the way, gets the shot in, just looking for the deflection there. Came off a Korean player actually. Should be a long corner, but it isn't. New Zealand back in numbers and forcing Korea down the right-hand channel. Good strength from Cheon. Just the one penalty corner in the half for both sides. Lovely touch away from goal. Choke, crossfield. Not gathered cleanly by Sun Sun Oh. No rush to get rid of it here. Oh, Korea moving backwards. King putting on the pressure. And now New Zealand regain it in the midfield. Good striding run through from the back there from Reed. Now the ball forward. Can't find a New Zealand stick. Forgerson was there inside the D. Lee can just afford to let it go. Minute and a half till half-time.
It's good patience by New Zealand. Korea probably could have gone forward a bit sooner. They got themselves in trouble there. But yeah, good work by New Zealand.
Good work again by Reed. So inside the 23, can't go directly into the D here. Has to move it 5 first. Probably has now. Reed through the legs. Oh, looking for the 1-2 there with Flynn.
Yeah, thank you.
Gunderson under some pressure here, but just floats it over to the right-hand side of the pitch. Reed again. Forgerson ahead of her. Just a little bit of miscommunication there. Allows Shin forward. Poor first touch from Chion. Final few seconds of the first half. Forgerson's touch. Out into touch. The final play of the first half. A good first half for New Zealand. More like it from the Black Sticks. They lead at half-time by 2-0. Starting to hot up out there as well. So both sides heading for some shade in the changing rooms, which are considerably cooler than the temperatures out there in the middle of the pitch. Some welcome refreshments, including part of this game between New Zealand and Korea on the way. The second half on the way very shortly. 10-minute break. So plenty of time to go and get yourself a drink as well, then come back and join us for all the second half action. At half-time, New Zealand lead Korea by 2-0.
Les recordamos que los voluntarios de Chaleco Naranja que están acomodando a toda la gente pertenecen a la Fundación Nutrir Red Conin. Ellos luchan para quebrar la desnutrición infantil, que es la única causa de discapacidad creada por el hombre que se puede prevenir y curar. Colabore en sus alcancías. No es una ayuda más. Son cientos de niños desnutridos menos.
Welcome back to Tuckerman. Half-time here between New Zealand and Korea as we get to the business end of the tournament. New Zealand lead Korea by 2-0. Goals for Charland and Webster, putting New Zealand comfortably ahead at half-time. Able to look back at some of those highlights from the first half. Cass Reed working really hard here to get around the back and brought down by the Korean defender. Nasty tackle, nasty challenge, and no doubt that that was a penalty stroke. Stroke that was well converted by Charland. Cool head. Perfect finish. There she is again, getting past Sin Hai Lee, who's conceded twice in this first half. Again, another good build-up to this goal, and what a wonderful finish from Webster at full stretch as that ball came in. Tipping it home, Olivia Merry doing all the hard work to steer the ball through and get it towards the goal. So 2 goals in the first half for New Zealand, none for Korea. 5 shots in total for New Zealand, only 1 for Korea. But you can see there, Korea getting up the right end, circle penetrations. None from 1 for both sides from penalty corners. New Zealand have had a couple of green cards in the game. 1 yellow card for Korea, and they will start the second half with just 10 players. Sun's come out from behind the clouds, so sunglasses on. Look there at the officials' dugout down there between the 2 teams. And if you'd like to get access to some official videos and photos from the tournament, then you can do facebook.com/FI Hockey for any official videos and photos. We're also on Twitter, and you can follow us there, and every single goal is shown at FIH_hockey, and you can hashtag any of your comments. Check out the goals from the game already by adding us on Twitter at FIH_hockey, and through Snappy TV you can see the goals that have been scored by Charland and Rutherford. Watch them again and again. Much better day in the office for the Black Sticks here today. Not through to the semi-finals, unfortunately, but looking to finish 5th in the tournament. That's the best they can do, but they have to win here. They can't take their foot off the gas as they come out for the second half. About 2 minutes to go until pushback then. Both sides out into the sunshine. Nikki Simmons of Ireland alongside me watching the first half. Your thoughts on the first half, Nikki? Much more convincing from the New Zealand side, more impressive performance from them.
Yeah, it's definitely the best I've seen them play so far. We've seen them play so far. Korea, probably not their best game actually. So I think New Zealand will want to go out here and get another goal, and obviously Korea will want to try and shorten that gap between them. But yeah, it should be an interesting game. We'll see if both teams mix it up a little bit.
Well, New Zealand just have to keep doing what they were doing in that first half. It was much better stuff from the world number 4. And Korea, well, an early goal for them would certainly make for an exciting finish, and a tense finish too. New Zealand without a win in the competition, remember. No more important game to get your first win, though. So both the umpires take up their ends. That's New Zealand away to our right-hand side, attacking the goal to the left. Korea in the all-red kit. Still have to wait 45 seconds here before we get underway, taking the allotted time, the full 10 minutes. Just trying to keep warm there on the halfway line there. Yong Young Kim, the captain. Pretty hot out there as it stands. Kim just a final word with her teammate. And we're ready to get going in the second half. Oh dear, tried to go herself and leave the ball. Can't recover from that, and New Zealand have it back. Self-pass to get things going. Charland now looking to add a third. Penalty corner. Well, it came from giving away possession rather cheaply on the halfway line.
It's great work by Charlotte there, just riding up those tackles, just using her strength all the way into the circle. Kept on going, and it was just one too many stick tackles for the umpire's liking.
Lee first of all, then Kim. Stick, stick, stick. That one there. Okay then, Charland and punt for New Zealand. Penalty corner number 2 of the day for them. They're both at the head of the D. What will New Zealand do here? It's going to be left for Charland. Ball comes out with not too much pace on it, but the deflection goes in. Charland picking out Flynn on the far post. Well, the corners aren't coming out at a million miles an hour. Korea hanging back though here, and look at Gemma Flynn there popping up on the far post for New Zealand's third.
New Zealand saw the weakness there. Korea have been playing 3-1, so they went for that side, throwing two runners in that side and getting a great pass in by Charland.
There is the goal scorer Flynn. Comfortable now for New Zealand, 3-0 up against Korea. Chance to get some goals on the board. New Zealand with 3 key players still at home. Emily Naylor, Stacey Mickelson and Katie Glynn. Ball thrashed forward, good reverse stick pick from Kim. Can't get past Dennison or Charlton, no long corner. There's a bit more space. Hahn now. Was rather calm. Flynn to punt, lovely touch from punt. Despite her speed, can't get there before O, who takes it out for a sideline. Punt keen to get going again. Aerial towards Flynn, gets a little bit of a touch on it, which helps the ball for Forgerson. Gets her feet around, looking for the deflection again. Almost a foot. Dare Kim, great strength. Park here is going to have some space. Onto the reverse stick, gets the shot off, needed a great save from Rutherford. Wonderful save from her, long corner.
Excellent save by Rutherford. She's been on form this whole tournament. Even though New Zealand have been playing well, she's definitely had a great tournament.
That, an important save early on in this second half. There's Park again. Clean tackle from Dennison as Park just tried to lift it over. Have another look at this. They broke on the counter with Kim, and then Park confident to take it on the reverse stick. And Rutherford at full stretch there to stop that one going in bottom right as we looked at it. Lee's fouled. Aerial ball forward again, finds Park. She keeps it in on the half volley here. Rutherford again comes out for it, and another long corner. 2 saves inside a couple of minutes now for Sally Rutherford. Momentum with Korea. Another bobbly one there. Still in play. Rutherford again comes and smothers it. Could face a play from Korea, but some equally stern defending from New Zealand. There's another look at the recent chance. Double save. Haywood just coming back on now for New Zealand keeping those rotations going. And keeping the drive going here. That was Merry again, who was persistent, that got the shot off. Charlton beaten. Acres of room out here for Jones. We're just starting to get stretched here now, and a few gaps opening up for both sides.
New Zealand are enjoying a bit more fluid game than they have been in the last few, and a bit more open than the other games.
Charland and Dennison teaming up to keep the ball in play. Confident crossfield ball will find punt. 2 on 3 at the back here. Punt with Merry in support. King now joins her. Can't get past those 2 Korean defenders though. This is Park.
I would have hoped Anita Punt could have held it up a little bit longer, let the rest of her team come up with her, but she just gave it away too easily.
So much room here now. This is King. Cox to her left, and Haywood and Reed here now on the right-hand side. Webster back to King. Flynn fancies a go. Scored New Zealand's 3rd. Goes in search of the 4th. Not such a good pass, that one from Thompson.
It was all a little bit static there. There was only one player moving, and just not a great pass.
That is. Korea looking dangerous, looking for that clip hit forward, and a poor take there from Cho, who was inside the D but couldn't gather it. Well, we saw from the first half stats, Korea getting up to the right end of the pitch, getting the circle penetrations. Those basic skills just letting them down in the game so far. Interception here from Harm. Good cover tackle that from Charlton. There's a lot of running going on from the midfielders here. Charlton spins and feeds Forgerson. Oh, lovely ball. New Zealand with numbers in the D if they can get it through. Instead, Cass Reed just earning a free hit. Charlton using her strength, tries to get off a tomahawk shot. She was blocked, Forgerson goes down. Korea in the meantime trying to go forward. That's Cox though to Charland. Looks up. Tried to thread the ball through. 2 targets inside the D, couldn't find either. Good step from Jones. Now King. She got in support. Blackwood comes on and instantly gets the ball. Jones with the restart, crossfield to Charlton. Well, they all left it, hits the post, and could have gone anywhere. There's another look at that one. Ball came in, just hits the post here. Lee watching it to safety.
Lucky there was no diving players going in there. Would have been an easy tap in, I'd say.
Confident play from Dennison. Blackwood got a little touch, and New Zealand try their best to keep it in there through Charlton, but Korea have it back now. New Zealand lead by 3-0. Added a third early on in this second half, and a chance for Korea to get one back. Again, a fresh air shot. Some good saves in the second half so far for Sally Rutherford. Two that instantly spring to mind. This is Jones. Hayward now. Pops one in there for Charlton. Nice to run onto. New Zealand building up some steam here in this attack. To the head of the D. Strong flat stick tackling, but free hit conceded. A little bit unlucky there, Lee. Punt to Cox. Free hit outside the D, so it has to be brought back to the dotted line. Now they can crunch it in if they need to. Trying to break through the D. Forgerson there. And the Korean defence sweep it away for a sideline ball. Charlton with not too many options, takes the self pass and tries to clip it into the D. Does find a foot. Now she can come out. This is Dennison. Pass was well read, and here come Korea then on the counter attack. 2-on-1 at the back. Cheon making a run for the far post. Rutherford coming all the way out to cover that pass, and New Zealand get numbers back and send it out for a long corner. Good communication out there between the Black Sticks. Gemma Flynn then now, and it's New Zealand that have numbers over, and there's going to be a clear chance here for Forgerson. Looks far post and didn't get a full contact on it. Punt stick and shot saved by Lee. Comes in again from Cox. It's a corner this time. But really there, New Zealand, a good scoring opportunity with Forgerson coming into the D first of all.
Yeah, to me it looks like she hesitated a little bit. She probably could have used her pace. She's got a great pace on her, and she could have gone into the circle a little bit quicker and just lost the chance to get the ball across the goal.
Also opting to go reverse stick when she had the chance to get her feet around. Korea couldn't clear the danger. There was Sophie Cox putting the ball in and took a deflection there just in front of the goalkeeper. It's penalty corner number 3 of the day for New Zealand. Blackwood and punt for New Zealand at the head of the D. They scored in the second half through a penalty corner. Punt goes with a low flick again. They look for a deflection. This time Forgerson getting something on it, but too much of it in fact. Almost saving the ball. And Korea counter-attack. This is Cheon. 3-on-3 at the back. Cheon drives into the D, and there's going to be a good shot chance here. Oh no, tops it. Reverse stick shot comes in. Dennison handles it. And again, another good opportunity for Korea to score, and they've blown it. It all happened after this penalty corner from New Zealand. There was the deflection from Forgerson. She just needed the faintest of touches. She actually caught it really cleanly and ended up saving it. No save required here by Rutherford. Scuff chance falling for Yuri Lee.
Sometimes because you don't get that much space in the circle, when you get that much, you tend to fluff it. It's hard. too much time. But their forwards aren't having the best day today. Korean forwards, they're mistrapping, they're not getting shots on target, they're just choosing the wrong options.
And a foot there as well. Charlton to punt. Punt will fancier chances here. Turns on the gas to beat Lee. Now cuts in field into the 23. 3 black shirts in the D. Blackwood just holding on to it a bit too long, but does force the foot.
That was better by Anita Punt though, because earlier she had run. I felt she was running with it a little bit too long, so it was good for her to wait, pass it back, be a bit more patient.
No harm. Korea will have the restart on the head of the D. This is Dare Kim. King working up hard and working up a sweat up front, putting in the legwork. Good first line of defence, can't get through Reed either. Thompson gathers and feeds Charlton. She's got Punt just ahead of her. Hasn't got enough gas to get onto the end of that one though. Again, another positive build-up from Korea. Kim, the captain, now onto the baseline, looking to pull it back and make the 1-2.
Korea looking a lot more dangerous when they actually use their midfield. Instead of just trying to have route one ball, they're using their midfield better, and that's when they get better attacks.
Cha got the interception and Korea come back. Fairly useful tackle from Webster there. Now more space, Hahn tees it up for Park. Low flick this time and took a deflection which Rutherford smothered. Penalty corner. Well, New Zealand won't mind that. Could have easily been a goal had it not been for another save there from Sally Rutherford. Thought Park was going to line up for it here, just on the right of your screen. Thought she was going to absolutely melt it. Instead, sends it goal bound, looking for that deflection from Kim. Came up off the keeper. Just here, thought she was going to visit home. Rutherford doing well to get down to it.
Yeah, New Zealand had a poor mistake there at 25, and at this level for number 4 in the world, it's disappointing to see, and I think their coach was screaming at them as well. They need to make sure they stay concentrated, otherwise they're going to let goals in.
Danger on the horizon then. Korea looking to get one back, a low flick, and again another chance for Korea, who I think could have scored 5 or 6 in this second half. Rutherford putting on the pressure to keep a clean sheet for New Zealand, but the injector really there. Should have got something on the end of that. Just not good enough for Korea today.
Too many mistakes from them.
It's good commitment from Blackwood to keep it in play. New Zealand looking to make changes. Haywood, Charlton, Flynn and Cox all coming on. Let's have another look back at that penalty corner. Bottom left, just there. The injector should have got something on it.
Very close, but again, Rutherford just putting that pressure on. She's been doing that for the whole game. Anytime there's been a chance, she's been running out, making sure that any free players are taken by her.
Forgerson plays in punt. Little dink and a good tackle. Park out here now for Korea. One touch down the line and they've got numbers over. The skipper Kim is in the middle. Dare Kim can't get the ball through. The captain though, muscles for it. Gets the reverse stick shot off. No, she doesn't. Can't even make contact with the ball. Charland was back there and the crowd respectful of the commitment shown here by Charland. Wild swipe at it there from Young Kim, the captain.
Yeah, it's excellent defending by Charlotte, getting really nice and close, especially on a reverse stick shot. That's where you need to be as close as you can so you don't get hit and you just steal the ball away.
15 minutes remaining then. New Zealand looking comfortable at 3-0. Charlotte, the captain, putting the side ahead after 7 minutes. That came through a penalty stroke, which Cass Reed won. And Petra Webster extending New Zealand's lead on 17 minutes. to make it 2-0. And then Gemma Flynn adding a third in this second half. Korea could easily be level had they taken their chances. They haven't. And that really the difference between the two sides on the day. Another day where I think we're going to see some high-scoring games in these classification matches. New Zealand heading for that 5th, 6th playoff if they win this game. Possible opponents, Germany or China, at the next game of the day. With our semi-finals to round things up early this evening. England play Australia in one semi-final. The Netherlands play Argentina in the other. One-on-one here at the back for Korea. Looking to get one goal back. Rutherford Zangs, tight angle. Smothered by the New Zealand defence, and great defending to clear their lines. Brooke Neal there. Here she is now on the ball.
If Korea are wanting to move up in the world rankings, which I'm sure they are, they're going to have to be a bit quicker in their decision making. They're just taking that little bit too long on the ball. She had a lot of space there to do anything, and she ended up running straight into the defenders.
Well, there's another look at the follow-up shot. Wasn't really going to score from that tight angle as Rutherford trotted back to her goal line. Put a good defensive tackle, an important tackle from Brooke Neal. 13 minutes remaining. Korea haven't given up the ghost just yet. Tense times for the coaches. Again, Korea break into the D. This time they feed the ball across, and again, you've got to say, first time shot there, should have been on target from Lee. And again, Korea should have a goal. Reverse stick shot comes in. And that time, there was a foot from Brooke Neal. New Zealand have a video referral. I think it's pretty clear cut, that one. Both sides still with their video referral. Here's a look back at it. Ball came in, just bobbles awkwardly here in front of Neal. And yeah, playing it onto her own foot there. Good spot from the umpire. It's penalty corner number 3 of the day for Korea. Captain Young Kim, the favoured option at the head of the D, but will they try something slightly different? Looks like they're going to. They just move aside. Park stops it. Kim with the low flick, and the deflection goal finally comes. New Zealand concede. Well, you've got to say it was coming. Korea, who've deserved several goals in the game so far, get one back. New Zealand 3, Korea 1. There's the flick. There was the deflection in front of the goal from Hai Leong Han. Well delivered on a plate from Kim. Han converting from short range.
Straight off the training ground, that one. Perfection. Straight to her stick. And a nice lift over the keeper.
Well, perfectly achievable for Korea to get 2 more goals back. Han scoring on 59 minutes. Still got just under 11 minutes left to play here in this game. Another goal for New Zealand will give them some more breathing space. 3-1. Not really enough to do it just yet. There's Han, the goal scorer, turns strong, makes some space for herself. Route 1 ball was dangerous height. That's better for the coach, Jin-Soo Han.
Yeah, this is okay. Thank you very much.
Neal comes back through Dennison. Charland is the short option, but aims to go long to Reed. Reed can't gather.
New Zealand just need to keep the ball a little bit now. They need to start using some experience there at the back. Pass it into midfield, go around Korea instead of trying to go route 1.
Korea, who were the silver medalists at the 2013 Asia Cup, which Japan went on to go and win. That's where they earned their World Cup qualification. 3 times Asia Cup winners themselves, but not won that title since 1999. Korea, they're battling here, fighting hard for an outcome against New Zealand.
Yeah, Korea used to be the driving force of Asia hockey, but recent years they haven't been. But I think by the looks of this tournament, maybe not the game today, but they're definitely on the up again.
Reed breaks through. Ball is loose. Korea come away with it, looking for a quick free hit. And, well, punt hadn't really given 5 yards there. Don't think she intentionally got in the way. You saw her try and jump out the way of it. Still time to score 2 goals for Korea. Again, route 1 seems to be the way forward, and again they get the ball through to Lee. 2 waiting in the D. Pulls it back in from Charlon this time, and then carries another tackle. Penalty corner. Came up off Dennison. Oh, the crowd enjoying a good game here in Tukuman. Our first game of the day. New Zealand were 3-0 up at one stage. Korea pulled one back from the last penalty corner, and they've just conceded another one there. Ball coming up dangerously off Reed Dennison.
I think Dennison just showing her inexperience there a little bit. She could have kept her stick on the ball, maybe worked it out to the sideline rather than trying to put it straight down the throat of the Koreans.
Some activity on the right-hand side of the D here from Park. Just wonder if we'll see another variation. We saw a deflection goal last time from Korea. Shot comes in outside the right this time. And there was Park, earns a second penalty corner, a follow-up penalty corner. Just sensed it was going her way.
Yeah, it looked like it was going straight to her, and I think Charlton saw that as well and came out and defended very well.
Here's another look at it. Ball comes in from Cha, aiming for Park on the outside of the post there.
Yeah, it's good by Charlton. She stepped off the post, saw the danger, and just got in the mix.
New Zealand changed their defensive roles, running a 3-1, and get to it this time. Came off black stick, so Korea keep possession inside the 23. Score remains the same. New Zealand 3, Korea 1. 6.5 minutes left to play in this first game of the day. Here's another look at that last penalty corner. This time was just a straight flick. Slapped in from Cha, but New Zealand getting their #1 runner out to it in time. Very slow playing conditions, particularly from the penalty corners at this tournament.
Yeah, it has been, and all teams are trying different ways, but it's still not coming out particularly well. We haven't seen many corners because of that. Goals from the corners because of that.
Here's punt. Will she try and get a corner for New Zealand? There's 4 players for the Korean defender to get it away from, and it was chipped away to safety by Cha. More space here now for Korea again. Another counter-attack. Park is high. Good defending there from Jones. Good discipline.
Cho just running herself into trouble there.
Oh, lovely pick from Cox. Spins, and can she get the shot off just inside the D, far post? And if Webster had thrown a body at that, that would have been a 4th for New Zealand, but good individual skill from Sophie Cox at the head of the D. Here's another look at that. Great pick, first of all. Gets her eyes up, sees a teammate making a run towards the far post. A good early shot, unable to thread it through to Webster or get it on target. Charland. Goal here would make it interesting. Lee now. She's going to get all the way into the D. Cut out by Charlton. That was great positioning from Charlon because Park was completely unmarked on the far post. Cox comes away with it. She had King and Punt ahead of her.
Just taking a little bit long on the ball. They have done patches of this game, and that's when Korea have come back at them. Need to keep passing sharply, not keeping too long on the ball.
Well, if Korea do go on to lose this game, they've lost it themselves, really, but still time to get 2 goals and take it to a shootout. They've created chance after chance in the second half, but have only converted once. Good tackling again from Blackwood, who's put in some important tackles in this second half.
New Zealand now need to show their heart here and just keep on defending well.
You can see the aerial from Charlene. She's just dropped a bit deeper and might relieve a bit of the pressure here. If not, she's going to thump it forward somehow. Korea throwing players forward. There is the aerial. Takes it only as far as the halfway line. Skills from Cha. Punt back this time. Playing a little bit of bouncy. Keeps possession. Cox. King in support. And again, New Zealand will just want to hold on to this ball. Julia King back to Gemma Flynn.
That's better by New Zealand, because the last few minutes they've been trying to get forward too quickly.
Danielle Jones finds that ball to Blackwood. Can't get it into the D. They'll have another go. Inside the final 3 minutes of play now. New Zealand looking more and more likely to take their first win of the tournament. Dennison now. This is Flynn. Scored once already today, looks for a corner, and New Zealand look for a fourth. Ball was played up dangerously, and New Zealand look as though they're going to finish the second half with a penalty corner. 2.5 minutes left to play, and a good chance to score from this corner. It was good persistence from Flynn at the head of the D, and then coming up off the keeper Lee there dangerously.
Great bit of skill by Flynn there, just chucking it in on the reverse. Just getting into that circle where there's lots of players, lots of feet.
Webster able to get the shot off as well. Lee not able to palm that one away. So then Punt and Charland take their places at the head of the D. Scored once from a penalty corner in this game so far. A deflection for Gemma Flynn on the outside of the post. We've got an early break here from Korea, from Hai Leong Han.
She just threw her glove at the umpire.
Nice to see that one in a slow motion. Not very friendly at all. Looks like Punt's going to take this one. Not a good injection. Was wide of the injector, but good recovery from Charlton, unable to get that ball back in and onto a black stick. Here's another look at the injection. Off target from Webster.
Yeah, I'm not sure about this still. I spoke to Adam Cummins about it, and he said, yeah, they get a lot more pace from making a movement before, but to me, in this tournament in particular, there's been too many mistakes with the push out coming out, and it's just not coming out straight or flat. And at this level, corners are a big thing, and it's the winning of a game.
It's been consistently shocking throughout the tournament for all the sides, actually. It's been a fairly level playing field in that sense. One-way traffic in this game, though, scoreline-wise, but Korea will look back on it and think, what if? Created so many chances in this second half. Route one ball through. Dennison needed to get something on it because Dare Kim was behind her. Charlton comes away with it. And you heard the shouts there from New Zealand. Last couple of seconds. Final shot of the game. Goes wide, and there is the hooter. New Zealand winning their first game of the tournament, beating Korea by 3-1. Finally, some smiles then in the Black Sticks camp. Deserved winners here. New Zealand, but for Korea, they will go down to the 7th and 8th place playoffs in the classification matches. For New Zealand, a game possibly against Germany, possibly against China. We'll find out. That's the next game of the day. And that game to be played tomorrow, Sunday, the concluding day of the first ever Hockey World League final. So Charland on the score sheet today, as was Webster, and Gemma Flynn adding her name to the score sheet as well. Full time here, New Zealand have won by 3-1. We can look back at some of the highlights from this game. A strong start, and Cass Reed earning a penalty stroke inside the first 10 minutes as she was brought down there by O. Sun O committing the foul. Charland converting the flick from the P-spot on 7 minutes. The skipper putting her side ahead. A perfect start for them. Got better for the Black Sticks as well in the first half. Good team goal, this one. And a super finish from Petra Webster this time after Olivia Merry delivered the ball in. Webster just tipped it home on 17 minutes. Had to wait till the second half for the third goal, but no doubt about it, again a clinical finish from Gemma Flynn. Charland's ball just outside the right post, Flynn guiding it between the postman and the goalkeeper. Little fist pump there to celebrate that goal. And talking of deflections, well, Korea had one of their own through Han on 59 minutes. Sustained pressure on the New Zealand goal, and that deflection finally getting past Sally Rutherford, who had a good game for New Zealand. 3 or 4 crucial saves in there, and you can see circle penetrations wise was really even between New Zealand and Korea, and possession too. Both sides converting once from penalty corners, both deflection goals. 1 from 4 for New Zealand on the day, 1 from 5 for Korea, but New Zealand with more shots on target, 9-3, and coming out victors by 3-1. More information on the website, www.fih.ch, if you want to find out anything else about this inaugural World League final. First time it's been played, top 8 teams all in action. And for Korea, well, they'll play either China or Germany, the losers of that game, for 7th and 8th. And New Zealand will play the winners of the Germany-China game in the 5th, 6th place playoff. Good game, and New Zealand be happy to have their first win under the belt, Nikki.
New Zealand will be extremely happy with that. Still, I think they have some gears levels to go up, but as we said already, they're missing a few players, so that does really make a difference when you're missing those key players. But yeah, they'll be happy with that. Happy with the defending as well. They stuck at it. They didn't let Korea in. Korea very unfortunate not to score a couple of goals. I think their touch let them down today. Their options, their choices. They really need to look at that and work better for the last game if they want to avoid bottom place.
Well, they have to get their chins up for that final game, which will take place tomorrow. Good day in the office for New Zealand. Unfortunately didn't make it through to the semi-final stages, but can still finish here 5th and pick up some valuable world ranking points. Finally that win comes. They've had to wait patiently for it, having lost their first 4 matches in this tournament. They've won here today though. New Zealand 3, Korea 1. There's a look at the rest of the lineup, today's schedule. Semi-final Saturday, China play Germany, and the winner of that will play New Zealand for 5th and 6th. Our semi-finals then, look at that. An Ashes clash between England and Australia early this evening. And then that huge game between the hosts and the Netherlands. Come back and join us for all the semi-finals if you can.
Para la selección de Corea.